Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer and closer to the launch of Black Ops 6. And late last night, we got some new news for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which includes a first look at the new prestiging and the icons, as well as some more information about what is going on with Nuke Town. And then what I'd like to do for this video is actually look at the new things coming to Black Ops 6, the things that haven't been done before, the things that are fresh and exciting in Black Ops 6, which I really do believe have got really heavily overlooked in the last little while, because we've kind of got like all of the information for zombies, all of the information for multiplayer, and these kind of like littler things that have never been done before within Call of Duty have just like slid between the cracks. And I've got a lot more information about them than maybe you have seen on the internet or have heard about so far. So yeah, this is the new, the exciting, the things that have never been done before in Call of Duty. And you'll see what I mean as we go through these. And let's start out with the newest information, the things that came out last night. So starting out with prestiging. So we are supposed to get a blog post, probably I'm guessing Monday, that is going to go over camos, prestiging, and all of that kind of progression style stuff. But late last night, Treyarch put out a tweet, which was the first 4 prestige emblems from Black Ops 6. So they're what you're seeing on screen here, but if we take a closer look at them, there's actually a lot more than meets the eye. So this is the Prestige 1 icon. Obviously, this is to represent zombies from Call of Duty World at War. And in fact, when we were at Treyarch, they told us that each Prestige was going to kind of have its own Black Ops theme to it. Now, here is Prestige number 2. This one you may not recognize as easily, but if you played Call of Duty World at War, and yes, they're counting World at War as a Black Ops game, which I think is awesome, you would know of a little something called death cards. And one of the death cards was, of course, the Joker that we are looking at here. On top of this, this death card could be seen on the M16 in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and on top of that was later used to tease the operator known as Blackjack. So just a little bit of Call of Duty history for you there. Prestige number 3 is pretty straightforward. It is just the sitting bull position from Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And also from Black Ops 1, we get the Nuke Town symbol with the countdown nuke clock. And I think this one was pretty obviously representing Black Ops 1 when Nuke Town was actually introduced to the Black Ops universe. So it seems like the first 2 prestiges are from Call of Duty World at War, whereas the second 2 prestiges are Black Ops 1. I'm wondering if Prestige 5 and 6 are going to be Black Ops 2, 7 and 8 are 3, and then 9 and 10 are 4, and then what about Cold War? I don't know. But needless to say, I think the Call of Duty history behind these are pretty cool. Also, I think it's pretty likely that today we get maybe 4 more icons and then the final 2 on Monday with the blog post. But if you want this news as quickly as possible, just be sure to follow me over on Twitter. Link is down in the description. All right, the next thing that we got news on yesterday is Nuke Town. Now, if you've been following me for a while or just following Black Ops 6, you would know that Nuke Town is making a return in Black Ops 6. And during the COD podcast, they showed us this little teaser for it. Now, it was weird because also during that podcast, they stated that this game, the Nuke Town, was going to have some sort of mysterious theme, and they even said this about it.
Shortly after launch,
we're super excited. Fans are actually going to love it. Not only is it Nuke Town and all the gameplay you know and love, but it absolutely looks amazing. We'll get to that. You know,
we get to kind of like hypothesize.
Yes,
yeah. I mean,
100%.
is it going to be a little? It's got to be a little 90s, or is it more? Are we more sort of?
Don't
can
answer
I ask?
that.
So it's definitely.
Shut up. Get out of town.
So based off of that, it makes it sound like that this Nuke Town is going to have a different theme like every other Nuke Town has in every Black Ops game previously. So I assumed that, and I think everyone else did as well, because they were kind of like teasing this new brand of Nuke Town. And then yesterday, IGN put out an article stating that the Nuke Town in Black Ops 6 is essentially going to be the same one from Black Ops 1, which is what we saw in the teaser, but essentially completely remastered with a few new things. Hopefully no doors, but there might be doors. And yeah, that is the Nuke Town that apparently we'll be getting, which I still find hard to believe based off of what they said in the podcast. The two things just really don't line up. But again, based off of what IGN's saying, it seems like a remastered original Nuke Town, which let me know what you think of that down in the comments. But essentially what they were saying about it is that a lot of people didn't actually get the chance to play the original Nuke Town because there's a lot of new Call of Duty fans since Black Ops 1. So they wanted to bring it back in all its glory, and here it is, which I don't think is a horrible idea. It's just weird not having a new one like we normally do in Black Ops. I'm also curious to see what the Easter eggs are on it and everything like that. It's going to be interesting, nonetheless, very interesting. So moving on, more multiplayer stuff. Speaking of things that have never been done before in Call of Duty, let's talk about one that absolutely has been done before. Yes, great segue, I know, and that would be Last Stand. Now, if you don't remember, if you're not an old school Call of Duty fan, Last Stand was something that was incredibly annoying in several different Call of Duty titles. Basically, it was a perk that when you down someone, they would lay on their back, not be dead, and they could shoot back at you and kill you. So you'd think you'd kill someone, when in reality, you really didn't. Well, it's making a return with a new field upgrade called Morphine Injector. This is unlocked at level 44, which, by the way, if you didn't know, my YouTube username actually used to be Inkslasher 44 way back in the day. That was going way back. But anyway, the description of this is, for a duration, fatal damage puts you into a last stand state. Teammates can revive you or get a kill to self-revive. So, yes, it is last stand, but you can also be revived. Now, I don't know how long the morphine injector actually lasts because you obviously have to call it in before you actually go down, but this is something that could be very annoying. But at the same time, there's also other good field upgrades like Sleeper Agent, for example, and there's also 2 other new ones as well that actually have not been done before. One of which is called a Signal Lure. It's unlocked at level 27, and this one, you reveal your position to all enemies, but every kill you get, you earn bonus score as well as extra score for surviving. So it's a way to earn kill streaks faster, but you're going to be revealed to the enemies. So for good players, this could be a fun thing to use. The other new one is called Warcry. It's unlocked at level 35, and it says this: improving nearby allies' movement speed and health regeneration speed for a duration. So it's almost like a support role, something that has never really been done well in Call of Duty. Like healing teammates has only ever really been done in Warzone when they're downed, or other modes when they're down, not really to like literally heal players that are still running around. So I don't know how this is going to fit into Call of Duty as a whole, but it's certainly interesting. For everyone out there who likes stats in Call of Duty, these next 2 are for you. Number 1, we have the new firing range, which we don't have any new gameplay of currently, but we are told what it does. It can show you how accurate you are, giving you a percentage of bullets hit. You can actually shoot at moving targets as they will move around a certain track, as well as shoot at a recoil plate, which is basically a plate that you can set a certain distance away, and it'll actually show you the recoil pattern of the weapon, which that is new, and I think that is fantastic, instead of just going into a multiplayer game and shooting at a random wall. Now we also have in-depth stats, and these will change based off of the actual attachments that you're using. Some will go up, some will go down, but it also shows you the damage of every body part, which based off of this, it seems like they have upped the headshot damage since the beta, but the rest of your body will generally do about the same amount of damage, but this is going to switch based off of weapon, and so will all of the other stats. This is amazing to look at in game, and these should be coming in the exact same way to Warzone at the beginning of Season 1 with that integration as well. If I'm going to be honest with you, I'm pretty disappointed in the score streaks of Black Ops 6. There's really nothing new there but one kill streak. It's the top tier kill streak. It's called the Dreadnought. It's for 1,800 score, unlocked at level 54, and it's a heavily modified gunship equipped with multiple cannons, rocket pods, and a daisy cutter bomb. AKA, this is an AC-130, and we have seen it before. In other words, there really is no new score streaks in Black Ops 6, which has me really disappointed. They didn't even add dogs. So we're not just talking about story and multiplayer, we've also got some zombies in here as well, because there's essentially 2 brand new things in zombies. The biggest one is Augments. This is going to change up how zombies are played, but as far as Augments go, there are 48 total for Perca-Colas, 30 available for ammo mods, and 30 for field upgrades, for a total of 108 augments. Now for each thing, there's 3 major and 3 minor, and this is kind of what it will look like in game. So this is for energy mine, and you can see there's kind of like this kind of path that you have to follow to unlock them. So as you can see, it appears as though you will unlock frequency boost, which is a minor mod, and then after that scatter all the way up to carousel, which is the final one you will unlock. Now you may not know how these are unlocked, and it appears as though you're going to have a menu in game where you get to select one item that you actually can go in and research in game. And by researching it, essentially you are just going to get XP in a game of zombies, and that is going to research these various things, therefore level them up, therefore give you more augments. I believe you can choose 1 minor and 1 major per item that will augment how you play the game. These are big. These are things that will change up the way you play the game and how you feel in game and the way you actually play. I think this is a great thing for the game, and it's going to add a bunch of replayability as you have to go and unlock them, or 6 different ones for each individual item in game. And I'm willing to bet with DLC, there's going to be more perks, more field upgrades, more things along those lines that come out each and every season. So the next thing that we have is Goble Gums. Now, I'm not going to read through what all the new Goble Gums are, but I just want to talk about what the system of the Goble Gums is. Essentially, there's a Goble Gum pack that you have in game that has 5 Goble Gums in it. Now, you can switch your Goble Gum pack at any time during the game, and then you go to a Goble Gum machine, you get the Goble Gum, you eat the Goble Gum, it does something good. Okay, straightforward. Now, how the hell do you earn these Goble Gums? This is where things get confusing. So, in game, it is random, but every few rounds you can earn 1 or more Goble Gums. It's not said for what, it just says every few rounds. It could be 1 Goble Gum, it could be multiple. They don't really explain how or why you earn these. They just say you will know when you've been awarded a new Goble Gum due to a reward sequence at the start of a subsequent round. That is all we know. However, we also know that Goble Gums will be payable. No, wrong term. Buyable. That's the word I'm going with. You can buy them. We don't know how, whether there's going to be a Goble Gum store or whether you're going to be able to buy them and get them when you get bundles. The latter is what I'm guessing, but at this point we don't know. But indeed, it does have me worried. I don't know how this system's going to work, how easily earnable these will be, but as we know, Goble Gums are strong, and if the only good way and reliable way to earn specific ones is by buying things, I am worried about the pay-to-win nature of zombies, but this is something that we won't know until probably weeks after zombies launch, so I'll keep it filled in when we actually know a little bit more on that. Oh yeah, one other thing. Goble Gums are also locked as you prestige, just like the other items that you can put in your creator class. So for example, exit strategy, you have to be level 23 to actually have or unlock. So I don't know how earning them in game is actually going to work as you level up, and also not to mention, this list of unlocks doesn't include all of the Goble Gums, so how are we unlocking the other ones? It's very confusing to me. I don't fully understand it, and I'm really hoping there's not just certain Goble Gums you can only buy. But needless to say, I am worried about this one. But for now, this has been a list of a bunch of things that are brand new and never been done before, or at least some old things that are done differently in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. If you enjoyed the video, I always appreciate it if you hit that like button. I've been trying to pump out like 2 videos a day lately. This week's going to be absolutely insane, so there's never a better time to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. I appreciate you guys, love you guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.
We are